Hey everybody, I'm here with Wayne. He is going to be one of our guest speakers at our online edition of Mogul Mastermind this month. Wayne's going to be doing a real world example of an AFS deal that he did in real life. So Wayne, why don't you tell us about some of the high level details of the deal that you were able to do with an AFS?
Oh, high level. AFS deals are never simple. But to simplify it, this particular deal was a flip. We acquired the property, we added a basement suite to it, but some things that were outside of our control made it less desirable to sell. And we were in a situation where we didn't think that we were going to get the amount that we wanted for it. So we started getting creative, which is, what we like doing in our business. And we started seeking out to see if we can find an investor that would be looking for an agreement for sale or seller financing. That's the basics of it.
Perfect. So you're actually bringing the perspective of the table as the AFS vendor, which is, it's a unique perspective we don't get to hear from very often.
I mean, a lot of people assume that it's that zero money down desperate seller, that's the only way you can do it, but there's lots of different creative ways. I mean, it's a hell of a tool to have in the tool belt, especially for situations like this where selling was going to be a difficulty and just where the market was, and it seemed like a great option for us, and it was.
Yeah, I mean, I was a part of that deal, and I know the details of it, so I'm excited to hear you talk about it. And we're going to do a full panel. So the AFS buyer, who's going to be our surprise guest, is going to be part of the conversation as well. I mean, the deal went swimmingly. You're happy. The AFS buyer is happy. And so, you guys are going to come and just kind of put some of the details on the table about how you guys negotiated and came to an agreement.
I mean, Barry's going to talk all about it, but it's all about the win-win, right? It's not
Totally.
about taking advantage of other people. It's finding, what do I need out of this deal? What does the other person need out of this deal? And how can we make this a win-win? And I'm telling you, it was one of my best win-wins I've had yet.
Awesome. Well, you know what? I'm just super pleased that you're going to come give that practical in the field knowledge about actually doing a creative deal. And I think it's going to be a great conversation because we've got both perspectives. We've got the AFS vendor, which is you, and we've got the AFS purchaser, who are going to be talking about a deal you did together. So, I mean, if anything, that's a testament to the fact that you do great business. If everybody's still getting along great, super happy, and the deal's going smoothly.
Yeah, and I'm super excited for the rest of the panel too. Obviously, Barry's going to be there, so that's always awesome. I always like seeing new investors see Barry for the first time and like realize, wow, look what you can do,
Totally,
with
yeah.
this cool strategy.
Yeah, he's awesome. So he's going to be our keynote, obviously. I mean, what you and I are going to be talking about, Barry is really the person who's been teaching people like you and myself how to do the types of deals. So it's going to be the yin and the yang. We're going to have the practical, real world story from you, and then Barry's going to talk high level about the theory behind doing deals like this.
And like the timing is perfect right now. I mean, it's sad, considering the circumstances and with the economy and with the virus and everything right now, but not necessarily taking advantage of people in those situations, but offering solutions for people in those situations, right? Some people don't have, if they need to sell their house, they don't have, the luxury of selling it quickly. Let's say, if they've got mortgage cancellation penalties or stuff like that. So, this is one of those great techniques that you can use, strategies you can use to help people, in the crazy times that we're in.
Yeah, I think the market is definitely going to be the right market conditions for AFS deals, making a lot of sense. And one thing I have been thinking about is with the interest rates dropping, there's going to be a lot of opportunity to negotiate with a vendor to get them to extend their mortgage, drop the interest rate, drop the payment, do the AFS, and that's just going to jack up your cash flow on a 5-year term.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm in the process of it right now. I just had an AFS seller that I'm dealing with. I got him to renegotiate because the timing was perfect, and we dropped our interest rate by like 0.45. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah, for another
translates
5 years.
tons of money in your pocket every month. So
Oh God, yeah.
yeah,
It's awesome.
yeah, I mean, I think that we're going to talk a little bit about the obviously what our take is on the coronavirus as it's unfolding in the market. It changes day to day, so it'll be an update that's current to the meeting. But I think the takeaway that you brought up to the table is the perfect one. I mean, this is creating market conditions that make AFS a great option, and there's going to be a lot of people interested in pursuing these kinds of opportunities. So It's time to
And
learn, time to stock up on knowledge, and it's going to be applicable, within the next 3 months.
you know what I like as well is that it's becoming a lot more and more popular and common to see realtors actually listing with seller financing as well, and
Totally.
not so much as your bandit signs or your looking at reaching out to private sellers. Like realtors are actually getting involved in this too. It's becoming more mainstream, and
Totally.
the opportunities are just amazing.
Yeah, I'm seeing it on MLS myself too. That's a good observation. So,
Hmm.
it's becoming more widely known in the market, which just creates more opportunities for investors. So, I mean, if anything, it's a feather in your cap because you definitely were trailblazing this a few years ago, and
Hmm.
it's great to see that it's now something that more and more people are willing to use as a solution to get a property sold in today's market.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Great way to get started in real estate investing too. Because a
Totally,
lot of
yeah.
people struggle with, mortgage qualifications and down payments and stuff. So it offers a little bit of flexibility when you're getting started.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Well, Wayne, I'm super excited. I'll be moderating the panel, the conversation between you and your AFS buyers. So we'll see you screen to screen in about a week here.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Thanks, dude.